Hey guys, how to truckdriver101.com. Basically what this is a show where I help drivers, company drivers, get into the industry right and avoid pitfalls. And I give you a little advice. I've been in the trucking industry for almost 10 years, so coming up on 10 years, getting close. So basically what we're going to talk about today is I got to ask the question about what kind of jobs, as far as money and kind of stuff, getting into the industry. So the first thing I want to talk about is over the road. Over the road is over exaggerated. I am kind of sick of guys telling me, man, you can make all this money doing over the road. No, you can't. The only way to make money, guys, I will repeat this and beat it into the ground, is to find freight in your area. Let me explain this, guys. The trucking industry is not about a job. Trucking industry is not about unions. Trucking industry is about hauling freight. If the company that you work for has 15 contracts within your area, you're going to get a lot of freight. If the company you work for has no contracts within your area, you might get a lot of freight away from your house, which would defeat make it really hard to get home. Or you might get in a situation where you don't get any miles at all. Now, when I talk about over the road, let's first of all talk about that. Over the road means you are gone from home usually about 3 to 4 weeks. Sometimes just 2 weeks. Over the road is not a long-term plan. Over the road does not make more money than dedicated. Dedicated makes more money than over the road, on average. You might say, well, I don't understand, Ken. The recruiter told me that you get all them miles. Well, let's look at this from a realistic standpoint. A dedicated person has so much freight that a company got on the phone and called up the company and said, hey, I need you to keep a set of drivers just for my freight because that's how busy I am. Matter of fact, I'm so busy, I don't want to have to re-explain how to do things when they come here. So I want dedicated guys who will be dedicated towards our account and get things done. And I basically want you to employ them, and I'm going to pay you mileage or percentage, however they do it, and that will keep me straight. That's what you're dealing with. Now, when you're over the road, you got a customer saying something very different. Hey, I am such and such company. We ship about $130,000 or something, or $1 million worth of something, or $100 million worth of something to California. We're going to give you a percentage of those contracts or a certain amount of those loads. No guarantees. Not going to be that busy. Might be busy, might not. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. So the contract usually on the over the road is usually a more open-ended contract. Let me put it to you this way. When I worked for General Mills, I literally did nothing but drive to every General Mills facility in America. And I drove to all the Walmarts, constantly hauling General Mills freight. I didn't know what slow time was because it was all about General Mills, General Mills, General Mills. You get a chance to go haul for somebody who has General Mills, take it. Great account. Lots of freight. They make every damn thing we eat. I mean, again, constantly going. Let's look at Budweiser. I haul for Budweiser. Again, people always drinking. So, you go all over the country on that account, but you're still constantly going to Budweiser. Then I did over the road. When I did over the road, I was not hauling for anybody, but I would have sections of the country I would go into, and we would just go to multiple customers. Over the road means you could do broker freight, which is some freight that a guy who negotiated his own deal calls the company and says, hey, I got some freight for you. Or it could be like the situation I described earlier, which is they have a contract of 3 or 4 loads a month and they're working their way in somewhere. Bottom line is over the road is not steady at any one facility. Dedicated, it's steady, and not only is it steady, the company, think about it, they have so much freight, they want a full-time employee to haul their freight. So that's the difference between over the road and dedicated. You want dedicated. Alright guys, that's HowToTruckDriver101.com. Goodbye. Happy New Year.